Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. I can't believe that I have been doing this show now for over 3 years. I'm so happy that I have been able to do it this long with some real great people. Some of them decided to join me here tonight. Before we get to any of that, if you're new here, you picked a real weird episode to start with. I hope you're watching live. If you aren't, go back, watch one of the other 200 something episodes first. Kind of get a feel for the show and then jump in here. Uh, but tonight we are doing kind of a free for all on this show. We're going through movies that have been used on the show before. Uh, but only once, and all of them have at least one parental warning that I just love. So I figured it'd be a waste to not use these again. So that might help some of the more frequent competitors. That explains what's going on tonight. Uh, so to soften the good news, a little bit of bad news. After 3 years, I have decided in the next couple of months, probably by the end of summer. Nothing is completely set yet, but the show, at least for now, at least temporarily, will be coming to an end. But before we do that, I want to go out in a fun way. We're going to do a tournament style on this show. Uh, Up to 3 rounds. It depends on how many people sign up for it. Cash prize at the end. Just to say thank you for being on this show and supporting it over the years. Uh, I am putting the call out to everybody, whether you've been on the show before, if you're a frequent guest, if you've never been on. If you go right now to nickmartucci.net/IMDb game, you can sign up for the tournament. I'll be sharing that link on social media as well. You can find us the Facebook group if you search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description of this video. Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. The other thing about these shows is I want as many people who want to play to have that chance. So I am real flexible about these dates, about these times. That's something you will see on the form. Pick whatever times and days you prefer, and I will work around you. I just want to, like I said, celebrate the end of this show instead of mourning it. I've been having so much fun with this. And I'm really excited to see how this tournament will work out. I believe nickmartucci.net, not com. .com is some photographer, and I really wish I could get that, and I can't. nickmartucci.net/IMDb game. Please sign up, be a part of this. This will be starting within the next couple of weeks or so as I start getting things planned. If you want to keep up to date on that, like I said, any of the social medias, either at IMDb Game on Twitter and Instagram, or search for Inappropriate Movie Database, or click the link. Also, the link to the page is also in the description of this YouTube. I should say that, so you're not just typing. If you're on the YouTube page, you can get the link right there as well. I think that is all of the business stuff up front. So, like I said, we've got a few more than normal contestants tonight, which means the game's going to go a little bit differently. What is that game, you ask? If you're still watching this and you've never seen the show before, and you didn't listen to me when I said go watch other episodes first of all, I love your commitment and I love you for watching. But to explain what's going to happen tonight, I have gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I've pulled parental warnings for, at this point, nearly 2,000 movies in the 3 years I've been doing this. These parental warnings, I don't write them. I don't know who writes them. I've been mooching off of the words of anonymous weirdos for 3 years now. I'm going to read these warnings. My friends here are going to try to figure out what the movie is based on the warnings. Game's going to go a little bit differently tonight. First person to buzz in gets to answer. We're not going to have everybody buzz in. And also, I will not be giving you a choice of year. I have 15 movies here. We're going to do all 15 of them. So unless anybody wants to say anything before we get this show going, I was just catching up on one of our favorites, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, in the comments of the YouTube video right now. Really posting up. Lloyd, I wish you could have been in the room, but I love just seeing your energy in the comments. Also, yeah, if you are in the Zoom right now and you're not on screen and you'd like to be at any point, I'm not booting anybody. Anybody who wants to join can join. Also, if you're watching this live and you would like to join, if you would just want to be on this show right now, go to that Facebook page, go to the event on that page. You can find the Zoom link. You can join the show. I've seen people join late and still win the game when people are doing badly enough. So we'll see how tonight goes. I have spoken way too much. I want to say hi to everybody. I'm not going to get to everybody individually, but a quick hi to everybody in the Zoom right now. Josh, Jenny, Jessica, Marty, Rachel, Zach. I think I got all of you, I hope.
So the best thing about Lloyd is he's going to get the same score he would have if he was on the show.
If you don't understand that, go watch one of Lloyd's episodes. All right, well, let's get this game started. Let me get all of my stuff out. First movie of the night is from 2008. And I won't be taking pre-guesses, but feel free to buzz in at any point while I'm reading the clue, and I'll be able to just call on whoever raised their hand first. So Nick, first movie.
What's the shortcut again? What's the shortcut? Raising hands.
The shortcut is Alt-Y. Is that right? Alt-Y. Yes, Josh, I can see now how that sound could be annoying. Let's get this game started. 2008 first movie for 5 points under the category of frightening and intense scenes. You may want to smash your TV after watching this movie. Wait, Marty, what do you think this movie is?
Twilight.
It is not Twilight.
Though.
A great guess.
Did you mean smash your TV or smash your TV?
Josh, those characters are high schoolers except for the creepy old man who.
I wasn't talking about the characters in the movie. I was talking about the TV.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a character slips and falls when liquid is spilled in a kitchen. A character trips. A character does a backflip. No harm is seen. All right, for 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, Shane says, "You lied all summer."
I'm feeling Shane is important.
Marty, what do you think this movie is?
Camp Rock.
This movie is the Disney Channel original movie Camp Rock. Last played episode 189. I should have went and figured out what the theme was for the episodes these were on, but I didn't. But yep, you may want to smash your TV after watching this movie.
Never. I know I was on that one because I remember being like, "This sounds like Camp Rock," and not going for it.
Well, that makes my comment even worse now.
The other clues: violence and gore. Mitchie puts flour on her face. Mitchie calls Shane a jerk. Mitchie slides her hand down a piano. Tess calls Mitchie a liar. Again, all of that under violence and gore. And frightening and intense scenes. The Jonas Brothers appear, but they didn't swear.
It's almost like Henry Rollins didn't appear, and he did swear.
That would be a much more frightening and intense scene.
I'm a liar.
All right, next movie. It's from 1985.
85.
1985. Where is it?
Bowling
There
for
we
Soup.
go. You know that song is as far away from 1985 as we are from that song, right?
Oh, all I know is that there was music still. All I know is there was music still on MTV.
At this point, I think it's further, actually. We're reaching even further. We are treading into dangerous, nearly boomer territory.
In the song, he says, when did Motley Crue become classic rock? And I heard songs from Green Day's American Idiot on the classic rock station the other day.
Yep.
The famous pop punk
19
band Green Day.
Hundreds, so
I had a kid tell me a while ago that I'm so lucky I was alive when I Write Sins Not Tragedies was on the radio. And I was like, damn, you're right.
On the radio in
lucky,
every D'Angelo / Pizza Hut you stop at on the highway. It absolutely exists there.
How many D'Angelo's and Pizza Huts do you stop at on the highway?
How many do they have? What a rare treasure. Absolutely.
Let's get to this 1985 movie.
I apologize.
5 points under sex and nudity. A boy is nearly naked as he sleeps and wears very revealing underwear in many scenes.
Oh,
Does it work? I turned on gesture. There we go. Is it Risky Business?
It is not Risky Business. But another good guess.
Tom Cruise.
All right. For 4 points under sex and nudity, filled with a lot of homoerotic, subtle, and blatant imagery throughout. Marty was the first to raise their hand.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
This is A Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
What's
Freddy's
up, Josh
Revenge.
Beaten by an instant. Son of a bitch.
The other clues in there. A man's clothes are stripped off of him by ghostly forces, revealing his naked rear end. His bare buttocks are whipped with a towel in close-up, no frontal nudity. And then my 2 favorite clues, frightening and intense scenes. The entire mood of the film is more funny than dark. It may disturb ages 6 and under viewers, but many will find the scariest scenes goofy and weird and funny.
What the fuck?
And violence and gore. Freddy is very funny. No dark scenes, almost.
Almost.
Well, I mean, for the average 6-year-old.
Nearly. You can just send them to get a drink at that point in time. Otherwise, you're fine. Just be like, go grab me a juice bag.
No, I just go get themselves a whiskey. That's how I treat my 6-year-olds. I have a daughter who's 7, so I did have a 6-year-old, but she never drank whiskey.
That you know of.
Too lightweight for her.
Yeah, she was drinking straight grain alcohol.
Y'all, have you seen I'm sorry, I'm on the Chinese clock app because I have serious delulu about my age. So, have you seen that the children are all drinking Everclear? This is the cool thing. I keep seeing all of these videos about mixed drinks that are mostly Everclear, and I am so glad that I am not actually that age now. I would be deceased. They're a powerful group. I'm scared of them.
Next movie, 1988, sticking in the 80s.
Music
For
was still
5
on
points, 5 points under violence and gore, a girl falls into a hole. She's fine.
What was the year?
1988.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
All right, Jenny, what do you think?
I think it is Labyrinth.
It is not Labyrinth. Josh, what do you think?
No.
Okay.
That was my guess. She took my guess.
It's not the worst guess to have stolen from you.
No.
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, In the scene in the bath, the wind starts moving the house and they hear some creepy noises. Later, the father starts laughing and the girls start laughing too. Marty, what do you think this movie is?
Totoro.
This is My Neighbor Totoro. Damn it, Marty.
I'm so sorry. Here's the thing. I knew Nightmare on Elm Street on the first clue and I second guessed it. Nick, I didn't come to fucking play tonight. Okay.
I'm happy your cat bit you.
Oh, I also didn't include, as if anybody cares, Nightmare on Elm Street was on episode 68. This was episode 67. Other clues in here, frightening and intense scenes. Their new house has little tiny soot sprites that crawl around and creep out the girls at first. Sex and nudity, there's a scene where the father bathes with his children. None of their genitals are seen, but there's a glimpse of the buttocks, and a small dot, which may be representing a nipple, can be seen at one point. Although it may seem a bit odd to Westerners, family baths are a social norm in East Asia. And sex and nudity. In one short scene, the cat bus is seen jumping down from above. The animators, for some reason, wanted you to know that it's a male cat. Though it is not very noticeable at all, and it's only for a quick second.
And it's the same Studio Ghibli that made Pompoko.
Uh-huh. And the only reason I didn't include that one is because I used it more than once in the show. Next up, we're going to 2015.
Yeah, I'm out.
2015 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. The basement stairs can frighten some.
Wait, what year?
Nope.
This is 2015. The basement stairs can frighten some.
Basement
Nope.
stair.
For 4 points under profanity, a character says, "May I say the curse word now?"
I'm just gonna.
Okay, Josh.
Actually, I don't even know if that's right. Yeah, that's not right. Not the right year.
Cool. 3 points under sex and nudity. The movie has pervasive Freudian undertones, but kids will likely not notice.
Yeah, that was not the movie I was gonna guess.
Guys, Saltburn didn't come out until last year. What are they talking about?
That is not the Evil Dead
No,
remake.
kids will definitely notice the Freudian undertones of Saltburn.
Just send them to get a juice bag. It's fine.
That is definitely not the Evil Dead remake.
We also have another person joining the Zoom. Arne, if you're here, welcome.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I thought
Oh.
I was just joining to observe. I didn't.
No, that's okay. You can just observe. I will no longer refer to you.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to bring attention to you.
Well, like Arne, am I right?
Yeah.
Who? Sorry, I don't see anyone. There's
For 2 points under sex and nudity, the mother's emotions fantasize over a Brazilian helicopter pilot that she could have chose over her current husband. Marty, what do you think this movie is?
Inside Out.
Marty is cleaning up on this episode. This is Inside Out.
Why didn't you let Marty's youngest class pick the movies? This has been what? Ratatouille is up next, I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, it's all the childhood favorites: Inside Out, Totoro, Camp Rock, and Freddy's Revenge. Which is
Well,
fine if you're
it's
6 or older.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It does feel stacked.
So I have the chat open, and I
Uh-huh.
just want to send a chat that shows you how many times I've accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Last clue, frightening and intense themes. The last 15 minutes can be emotionally intense for many, mainly adults rather than children, as the film is about showing it's okay to be sad when life changes and people grow up. That movie has not been used since episode 1 of this show.
Really?
Oh.
Just hanging out.
A whole ass sequel on the way now.
Which I wasn't interested in, and then I saw the trailer and I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna cry at this.
Yep.
I'm already tearing up watching the trailer.
Yep. I spent all May 17th crying because I was watching the Jim Henson Memorial.
Oh, I don't even know if I can bring myself to watch that.
Watch them up. Watch the Muppets pay tribute to him. You'll cry even worse.
No.
Now, the one thing that I've seen, and I've seen it too many times for how sad it is Big Bird singing It's Not Easy Being Green.
Jesus Christ.
Just hurt. And you can hear, like, Carol Spiney's voice just breaking.
I know. But if you ever
Well,
get a chance,
if you want to add insult to injury, he's dead now too. So
if you ever get a chance, watch the Muppet tribute to them, where it's literally earth shattering. Like it's they don't know Jim's dead at the beginning of it. They don't even know who Jim is at the beginning of it. They learn about him throughout the entire episode.
He seems like a pretty cool guy. What's going on with him?
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck?
Can't wait to meet him.
Sorry, I love Jim Henson.
Also, I'm just realizing this is not appropriate for any of this fun game show. But I just thought, well, I'm glad Big Bird was at least alive for it, because he almost died in the Challenger explosion.
That's true. He did.
They wanted Big Bird on the Challenger explosion.
It's from my hometown. It's from my hometown too.
But they couldn't.
I don't think they were calling it the Challenger explosion.
No, they were. I mean,
Pretty presumptuous.
this is why I blame everybody who got onto the Challenger explosion. It's just you pay attention to the name.
Meanwhile, you see Snuffleupagus like the bird was supposed to be on the jet. God,
Let me go back to being
planning.
Let me go back to being fucking imaginary.
Next
I don't want to be real anymore.
Next movie up is from 1974.
Oh, good.
And this one starts off with one of my favorite types of clue, and that is two users arguing within one clue. For 5 points under violence and gore, a fencing lesson. Delete. This is not violence or gore, any more than someone learning to drive is. We know a sword or a moving vehicle can cause harm. It only becomes violence when they actually hurt someone.
Sorry, what's the year again?
1974, and there's a fencing scene that is or is not violent.
Oh, son of a bitch.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a woman raps on a window so hard that her hand goes through it. She is shown sucking on her bloody hand.
Shit. I'm gonna go with it.
Go ahead, Josh.
It's the world according to Garp.
I mean, that is it's a good guess if you weren't like 10 years early. It is
Yeah,
not
I know,
the world
I know.
according to Garp.
I know.
I don't think they actually made any movies in 1974. Skip. Pass.
No, they did, and Marty's gonna get it on the next guess.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, several characters are engaged in adultery.
Josh, I am fairly certain I've never seen this movie, if it makes you feel any better.
Not really, no.
For 2 points under sex and nudity, there's a scene where Tom and Daisy are in bed, supposedly exchanging gifts.
Oh.
Marty?
Great Gatsby.
This is the Great Gatsby.
Hey.
Like I said, Marty, no.
I'm just glad all of you came out to watch Marty play this game tonight.
Hey, I played
I'm
once.
starting to feel a little bad, but not bad enough to like overcome my pride.
I played once.
You did play once. Let's do a quick score update.
No, let's not.
In fourth place, Jenny with -2. Third place, Josh with -1. Second place, three-way tie between Jessica, Rachel, and Zach for hanging out.
Four-way tie, Lloyd.
Yeah.
And Marty is at 14.
Jesus.
Oh, that's still doable.
Oh yeah, we still have plenty of movies. Next movie's from 2019.
Oh, fuck me.
Well, both this Clue and Josh, for 5 points under profanity, 1 use of fuck, some uses of shit, milder language including damn, etc. Please note, this comment has been edited. Originally, it claimed words like S-T were used. This is not a word. To be useful as a parent's guide, parents need to know what's in the film, not what you think they are capable of hearing. If the language harmed you, don't come to the parent's guide. If it didn't, don't assume other parents can't handle it.
Oh, I know what this is.
What year?
I don't.
This is 2019.
I don't, but I'm going to throw a
one
guess.
use of fuck, some uses of shit, milder uses including damn. Josh, what do you think?
This is M-L. Moneyball. I don't know. I'm just going to throw a name out there.
Moneyball.
Or as some parents call it, M-L.
M-Dash.
Because we can't deal with the uneyball.
For 4 points, hopefully a more helpful clue and not just that ridiculous. 4 points under violence and gore, someone is shot through the eye with an arrow. The impact and aftermath are both briefly seen. Josh, go ahead.
Is this wrong turn?
This is not wrong turn.
No, I took a wrong turn there.
Jenny, what do you think?
Is this Thor?
This is not Thor.
Yeah, Thor had 2 fucks in it.
Yeah, Hulk and Valkyrie.
Hulk fuck.
Marty, you had a guess.
Is this your next?
This is not your next.
Just Hulk fuck. It just made me laugh.
That was the original line. They had to change it to smash. For 3 points under violence and gore, someone is stabbed in the chest with an icicle. We see some blood on her sweater.
Oh, this is definitely Thor.
Thor Love and Thunder. Ah! Yeah.
For 2 points under violence and gore, several of the hooded killers are killed by the girls.
Okay. All right. Oh.
Rachel, what do you think this movie is?
Is this the Black Christmas remake?
Rachel just waiting for her chance to snipe. This is the Black Christmas remake.
It's the Black Christmas remake, actually.
It is the Black Christmas remake. It's the Black Christmas movie where they decided, what if this wasn't Black Christmas, though?
It's the blackest Christmas.
And what if we defended the patriarchy by saying that all those college guys were just brainwashed or something? And that's why they were so mean.
What a fun angle. I've never seen it.
The original Black Christmas is a fucking classic.
It's so good.
Right.
It's one of Bob Clark's top 2 best Christmas movies.
Yeah. It's
right after Christmas Story.
Yeah, that's amazing that he did both of those.
And I think in between he did Porky's.
Like, it's so fun that he has a theme and it's not what you think. I love that. That's wonderful.
He ended his life by just making a bunch of direct-to-video Baby Geniuses sequels. Because he did direct the first one. If you ever just want to have fun, go to Bob Clark's filmography.
I love Bob Clark.
No rhyme or reason.
It's like George Miller, but George Miller wins awards. Because George Miller has no rhyme or reason to the movies he makes either.
Last clue, violence and gore. Someone is strangled with Christmas lights, but the scene cuts pretty quickly.
That first clue was a doozy.
I like when a parental guide warning is just reprimanding someone for not saying shit.
Editing someone else's is amazing.
I know that wasn't on an episode I've been on, but we've
Mhm.
had one of those. Like there is somebody
Oh, yeah.
out there who is just going around and absolutely harassing people for not
Mhm.
cursing loudly enough in the parental warnings, and that is such a hobby. That is a powerful hobby.
It really
It's
is
probably
the
those
only
people who
true
stop drinking every clip.
definition of uncensoring.
I wonder if they get paid for it.
They have a passion. They get paid
Next-
in job satisfaction and joy.
And
Next
Everclear.
movie. Next movie is from 1966.
Ah, here we go.
Hell yeah.
Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Some cigar smoking by military types.
It's not The World According to Garp.
Oh,
It's not the remake of Evil Dead. It's not Labyrinth.
Don't jump to conclusions. It could be any of those. Jenny, what do you think this movie is?
Dr. Strangelove.
It is not Dr. Strangelove.
Oh, I learned to love the bomb.
If
we
I
play
had gotten that one from downtown, though,
That would have been amazing.
that would have been incredible.
For 4 points under violence and gore, the movie opens with a fiery car crash and a shootout. No one gets shot, no blood.
1966. First thing was not Labyrinth. 1966.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, it doesn't have any sex or nudity, but Raquel Welch is in it, so you know, ...
I hate that so much.
Wow. When you know, that's something you don't want to know. You don't want to know when the commenter is masturbating.
There's no sex or nudity, but a fella can still get horny. For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, one character, while reduced to microscopic size, is crushed to death by a white blood cell. Improbable though it may be,
I know what it is.
improbable though it may be, the scene is quite graphic and may upset younger or more sensitive viewers. Josh,
It's The Incredible Journey.
this is not The Incredible
right.
Journey.
Wrong fucking
Zach,
name.
Is it like the Fantastic Voyage?
That's it.
There we go. Somehow both of those are movies, but this is fantastic.
Yeah. I knew it was
The
that.
Incredible Journey is the Homeward Bound one. Right?
Uh-huh.
I know.
Okay.
I knew it. I knew it when I said it.
They should make a movie where two dogs and a cat go inside the human body.
Incredible Voyage.
That's happened. It's called Richard Gere. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm just stunned that you would take such a vintage joke out of the case and handle it so roughly. That is an antique, Joshua.
Josh, what are your opinions on airline food?
I don't like it. I mean, I
Bold
think,
stance. Can you give me some reasons?
I don't have a brick
I
wall
would
behind
expect food in the sky to be really good, but I assume you say otherwise.
I need a brick wall behind me to be able to actually work. I can't work under this pressure.
My wife, domestic abuse. Am I right? Yeah.
Take my wife. I don't deserve her.
Take my wife to the hospital, please.
Oh my god.
Please, my wife.
That's the cuck joke. Please, my wife.
I can't. For one, I have already. The other clue in here: movie centers around a stylized fantasy depiction of the interior of a human body, including veins, arteries, heart, and lungs. It's not very realistic, but organic enough to be gross for some viewers.
Does anyone else have the song going now? Or just And okay, cool.
Yeah,
Just checking.
I got it as soon as Josh said the wrong name. It came into my
I'm glad I could help.
incredible journey.
Yeah, I know. One of them was Michael J. Fox. That's all I care about.
Michael J. Fox, Sally Field, and I think Don Amici.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's impressive to no one.
Wow. No, I'm impressed. I'm fully impressed.
Most days I can't remember if I have taken my medication, but I can remember that Don Amici played a dog in Homeward Bound.
Oh,
That movie
All
was
right,
bad
next
PR
movie.
for porcupines.
Next movie going further back, 1959.
All
For
right.
5 points under sex and nudity, a woman wears a dress and nightgown that reveal cleavage. The same woman, near the end of the film, wears an outfit that reveals all of her legs for a moment.
It's not Labyrinth.
It's way more legs than you thought. At least 4.
I mean, Olive is actually quite a lot of leg.
Yeah. But
For
that
4
codpiece, though.
points. 4 points under frightening and intense scenes. The skeleton scenes are also frightening. Josh.
I'm gonna guess Sinbad and the Sinbad.
This is not Sinbad in the Sinbad. Marty,
Oh, they
what do you
just-
think?
What is it fucking called? The House on Haunted Hill?
This is House on Haunted Hill.
I like my answer better.
That's
And I think the rest of the
back,
group will agree.
baby.
I think the rest of the group will agree with me. That's Sinbad. The Sinbad should have gotten 5 fucking points.
No, you win the popular vote, but this is an electoral college of a show.
Son of a bitch.
Other clues in here: a woman falls into a pool of acid. Her bones are shown later. The hanging woman is shown staring straight at the audience, probably the most disturbing image in the movie. And the last clue, I need to tell you that I am going to read this out and nothing I am adding. Everything is on the page here. Frightening and intense scenes. The scene with the caretaker's wife is shown is very frightening. As a kid, this scene gave me one of the worst scares I can remember for years after. And to be honest, to this very day, if I find myself in a dark room while I'm thinking of this, I'd find myself urgently looking for a light switch.
Boom bap.
So that's just something somebody wanted to add.
Someone's burgeoning prose career is happening here, and you're shutting them down, Nick. We should encourage
I am
micro
platforming
creativity. That's true.
I am bringing them to an audience
All press
of-
is good press. You're right.
of sometimes tens of people.
And tonight,
No, my
Lloyd.
mom was busy tonight.
And tonight, Lloyd.
Next movie up, where are we? 2010.
A terrible time.
Not Labyrinth.
Culturally, aesthetically. Oh boy, what were we doing? What were we thinking?
Yeah.
Chunky necklaces.
That the 90s at least look cool in the rearview mirror, but oh boy, we had some thoughts right in that tens area.
Now I'm trying to see, because for some reason I have put this movie in my notes twice with different clues. So I'm trying
Wow.
to figure out.
How'd that happen?
No, I love this. Somewhere in this, we'll be like, wait, it's the same movie, and then you'll give us double points. There you go. Game created. Give me movie, daddy.
I think I'm going to go with this one. Both of them are great. For 5 points under profanity, several uses of S, feces, along with a few other milder profanities. F, fornicate, is used once, possibly twice, as one is used in an exasperated sigh and is hard to make out. Neither one is used in a sexual manner, which I guess means it doesn't stand for fornicate. Marty, what do you think this movie is?
Easy A.
It is not Easy A.
Is it hard B?
I got points to
What
spare.
year is it?
I'll guess.
This is 2010.
2010's hard B.
I'm more curious why the curse word corrector hasn't shown up to reprimand them for this absolutely wild use of language.
For 4 points under violence and gore, corpses are shown with blood effects from a Halloween makeup kit. The wounds only look somewhat realistic. Somewhat in quotes.
I'm sorry, what was the first? It was
Fornicate.
There's S, feces, and F, fornicate. Zach, what do you think this movie is?
Is this Jennifer's Body?
This is not Jennifer's Body.
That's not Labyrinth.
How good would it be if I included Labyrinth in this list?
It's happened to me before.
For 3 points under profanity, an existing profanity review here is one of the worst ever written. Totally worthy of this movie.
That's amazing.
Jenny, I'm
it's
so
not my
glad-
birthday. You shouldn't have.
Happy birthday. Oh, it's Happy Jenny Day.
Ow.
Okay, for 2 points under frightening and intense scenes. The only frightening thing in this movie is that it was made, and it's scary to think people thought this movie was good. Everyone, including children, will notice that the effects in this movie are very poor quality, and probably won't be too moved by character deaths. 2 children are briefly shown lamenting the death of their parents from the attacks, but in the next scene, and for the rest of the movie, they act as if the previous scene never happened. Josh.
Is this some random 9/11 movie?
Oh, what
Sorry.
a terrible clue for incredibly loud.
Sorry. It's just if it didn't promptly forget about it, it just fits.
No, they never forget.
Sorry.
I wish I could give you -2 for that.
That's worth -2.
For 1 point under violence and gore, the movie is about a flock of homicidal birds terrorizing the residents of a local city. So mild violence is guaranteed by the premise alone.
Marty, get in there. What children's movie nonsense?
Cut and
is this?
pasted bird animations, however, hover on the screen as actors panic and shout in pain. Josh.
Is this The Incredible Journey? No, it's not. I know it's not. It's Birdemic.
This is Birdemic. Shock and terror.
I just want to take one away from Marty.
I've got points to fucking spare, Joshua. Do your fucking worst. I'll see you.
Oh,
in
no,
hell.
I just
I'll see you in the
wanted-
tournament and in hell.
if I didn't think that you knew it, I would have gone with just Incredible Journey and stopped.
I retract my interruption. I apologize. I thought it was a children's movie because Marty seemed very confident.
The
No,
other
children's
genre.
won't be moved. We got 6 movies left. Right now, in
Oh.
last place, we have Josh Poirier with -5.
Nice.
Jenny with -3. Jessica with 0. Zach at 1. Rachel at 2. Marty at 16. But
Yeah.
there's still 30 points on the board.
Really, Nick? Really?
These are all movies that I've used on the show before, and 2 of you have been on most of the episodes of this show. And one of you is winning, and one of you has -5.
That's because one of us is being entertaining and the other one's answering the questions right.
I mean,
Trying
No,
so
I mean,
hard.
yes,
Marty's
one is doing both of them.
encouraging.
What are you doing, Josh?
I'm trying so hard to be a good person and a good friend. And that's like really difficult right now.
2019 is
Much
the
love,
next
Marty.
movie. For 5 points under profanity, 2019, some mild, rude humor concerning a character's flatulence.
2019?
2019. It's got a farty character, Josh.
Thor Ragnarok.
It is not Thor Ragnarok.
Now there's 29 points on order.
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, the villain is a lot more evil and menacing in this film than he is in the original. Josh?
No.
Okay, cool. For 3 points under violence and gore, character's chin is seen to be bloody while feeding.
Wait. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, here's the clue for 2 points under sex and nudity. There have been suggestions of possible incest between 2 characters due to the fact that it is never revealed who the female's father is. And the only adult males in the pack are brothers, which would make her and the protagonist either cousins or half-siblings, but kids are unlikely to notice.
No, it's not that.
But that weird Omegaverse furry perv noticed.
For 1 point under violence and gore, as in the original, the villain is eaten alive by a pack of hyenas, but this version is far more graphic, as the actions are entirely clear, everything is shown completely on screen, he tries to fight back, and he's heard delivering a blood-curdling, painful scream. Josh got in there first.
Is this Lion King?
This is the live-action animated Lion King movie.
No
it's
jokes.
Live action except for every element of the movie.
Yeah.
But yes, one of the clues wants to warn you in this Lion movie remake that 2 characters might be involved in incest.
Huh.
I can't believe Timon and Pumbaa.
They are platonic lovers.
They're definitely friends with benefits.
It's a good romance.
The benefit is the grubs.
Yeah. Grubs and rubs.
Okay, we're going to 2013 for this one.
These are all terrible years. Like, not for movies, just in general. Yikes. Ugh.
2013 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. All of the party scenes involve extremely reckless and dangerous behavior and is portrayed in a negative light.
No, wait.
You said 2013?
2013. 11 years ago.
That's when Interesting Points got on its feet.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, a woman enters a bedroom completely naked. Genitalia is very briefly visible. There's a lot of fooling around underneath covers with her lover.
Can you hear that? The police are coming because of that description. My God.
For 3 points under profane. Oh, Rachel, you gotta guess.
Is it Wolf of Wall Street?
Rachel, this is the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that's...
You get to see Margot's Robbie.
Really? I haven't seen that movie yet.
I'm leaving the
Well, I got a Raquel Welch one we to watch. And they go inside a thing. They go inside a person.
Under profanity, this film contains the most uses of the word fuck out of any major Hollywood film in history, as well as being the most profane major Hollywood movie of all time, with the word being said a total of 569 times, which translates to at least 3 uses of fuck per minute. It is regularly used as a part of normal conversations. A lot of it is said in explicit fashion, and more than half of it comes from the main character. 2 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. I wish that this was my review of this movie. This movie is basically 99% drugs and 1% sell me this pen. And this movie, for the most part, is a dark comedy as it deals with topics including criminal activities on the stock markets, hence the eponymous title, and associated sex overindulgence and drug addiction.
How many men do you think were upset in the 60s when they found out there was a movie with Raquel Welch that someone went inside a person, and it was called The Fantastic Voyage, and they get there and it's just a bunch of scientists inside a body?
17.
That's the number I came up with my calculations. So we use the same math. It's good.
All right, 4 movies remain. And Rachel's moved up to second place with 6 points. Marty's at 16. Rachel can come from behind and get her first win on this show.
That's the way I
I
like
give
to
all
do
my, I
it.
give all my points to Rachel.
Do not do that.
No, if any
That will
future
bring
points.
Rachel down to 1. All right, next movie is from 2005.
2005.
For 5 points under profanity, name calling, like Hothead and Dream Boy. Josh.
No, it's not.
Okay, cool. For
Wait,
4
is it?
points, I don't know.
Go ahead.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, a girl kisses a boy on the cheek, and he sizzles.
Yeah.
Josh.
Fantastic Four?
This is not the Fantastic Four.
Well, fuck me then.
Jenny, what do you think?
Lava Boy and Shark Girl.
Jenny, this is the adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl 3D.
Yeah, that thing.
I think you should take points off for not having the 3D.
Which means, Jenny, you have ended up on the positives now. Right now, the only person in the negatives is Josh.
Good. I wasn't feeling very positive today anyways.
For our non-perceived guests to win, if we can all just keep tanking in their benefit, I think that would be the best option.
Other clues in here, frightening and intense scenes. There's a scene where a boy goes legitimately insane by laughing bubbles. He screams and his sharp teeth show up. Frightening and intense scenes. Children who are not dumb and stupid will most certainly not enjoy this film due to poor CGI, bad child acting, no sense of escapism, nonsensical moments, and overall a bad film that children will not enjoy.
Wow.
Unless they're dumb and stupid. And violence and gore. A boy throws a girl into a volcano and she emerges shooting lava from her hands.
Well, if that was the first clue, I would have gotten it.
Josh, I think you might finally understand this show.
I've only hosted it 7 times.
Okay. Last recent movie. 3 movies left. This movie is from 2017.
Oh, fuck me.
For 5 points under profanity, a character describes a computer as a devil box. Incomplete son of a B word.
2013?
2017.
2017. Yeah, not Labyrinth.
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes. The finale will most likely make you cry, even as an adult, let alone your kid.
2017.
Jessica.
I'm gonna make a guess. Is it Coco?
Jessica, you are now the last person who needed to be in the positives.
Yes.
That is 4 points for Jessica. This is Coco.
Can I get points for saying it's not? Can I get points for saying it's not Labyrinth?
With the shoe when she hits the computer.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew it on the first clue. I was just like
Mhm.
trying to question if that was right.
I mean, 2 movies left, but it's a fight for second place right now. Gonna tie of Jenny and Zach both at 1. Jessica at 4, Rachel at 6, Marty at 16. That's all I want to talk about. 1982 is the next movie.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Penultimate movie.
I'm getting 18 points.
For 5 points under frightening and intense scenes, the two opponents may be scary to younger viewers.
What year?
1982.
Two opponents.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, an antagonist says, if your wife wants to see a real man, tell her to come to my place tonight. Zach.
Is this Rocky 3?
This is Rocky 3.
Fuck.
Ow.
Bringing Zach up to 5 points.
Rocky 4 ended communism.
Marty, you starting to sweat a little? You see us in your rear view mirror?
No, I'm just like again, we're trying so hard to be a good friend, and so gratifying to watch the moment in Josh's eyes that he realized he missed a Rocky one. I'm trying so hard to be a good friend.
Oh, don't be.
All right, here's the clue that brought this into this show. For 3 points under sex and nudity, 4 barely dressed women ringside throughout a fight. They wiggle and try and be sexy, but they look like they have to pee.
Some folks are into that, okay?
Violence and gore. Main character faces the world wrestling champion in a charity event.
Thunder
Multiple
Lips.
times of harmful wrestling moves are used to beat the main character. Yet he never seems to be in extreme pain or shows cuts or bruising. He's thrown out of the ring and then uses his bare knuckles to hit the wrestler. And Violence and Gore, the film has heavier bloody boxing violence than any of the other movies in the series. I don't know if that's true.
It is.
Okay.
It is. I mean,
I've got confirmation.
I'm a Rocky aficionado, and
Are you, Josh?
yeah, I am.
Okay.
I didn't get this one right because I don't care to win anymore.
Last movie of this anniversary show from 1993.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hello.
For 5 points. 5 points, 1993, under frightening and intense scenes. While the content of this film is disturbing, it should be noted that the content is also very tame by today's standards. Josh?
This is Natural Born Killers?
It is not Natural Born Killers.
All right, that's 5 points.
What year is it?
1993. Content of the film is disturbing, but it should be noted that the content is tame to today's standards.
Natural Born Killers still isn't really that tame.
For 4 points under violence and gore, 2 boys throw rocks at a factory window, alerting another man as they flee. Josh.
No, it's not right.
Cool. For 3 points under violence and gore, a kid drops a dummy named Mr. Highway from a bridge into a highway of traffic, causing a huge crash and multiple accidents. Lots of cars are seen crashing, and his friends look at the chaos horrified. Jenny, what do you think this movie is?
Is it Problem Child?
It is not Problem Child.
Is it?
Josh, what do you think?
Is it The Good Son?
It is the other Problem Child. This is The Good Son.
Oh man!
Give me all the points.
Dang.
Josh, I'm so proud of you. That brought you up to -4.
That wasn't what 27 points. I should have got points for every time I said it wasn't Labyrinth. I thought we agreed on that.
Under profanity, the F word is used once by Culkin, saying, "Don't fuck with me." A few uses of milder terms and a couple of S words. And to end off the show, frightening and intense scenes. The kid from Home Alone is in this movie acting as an evil child. May disturb some.
so good though.
Not like in Home Alone where he's acting like an evil child.
He's actually more destructive in Home Alone than he is in The Good Son.
It's just that in the Home Alone universe, people can't die.
Yeah.
The movie would be 25 minutes long.
You have to assume that Daniel Stern is hardier than Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood is made of dandelion fluff and dreams. He's a very gentle boy. He will fall apart. So
That's the best
needs
way
more
of
protection.
I can see Joe Pesci being Elijah Wood's Wario.
They share shoes, so it's
Like
fun.
Daniel Stern, if anything, is the Waluigi.
Wow, why did that never happen? Damn.
Probably because
Put that on the-
everybody would say no to that.
Put that on the time machine list. We go back. We get a second Mario Brothers movie, right? Leguizamo, he'll be available. He was having a lull at the moment. Those two come out. We put them all together. We ride like the crest of the post Home Alone wave where all of those like wacky kids hijinks movies come out. Oh, we're going to be bajillionaires. We're going to invent the internet, Nick.
Well, Daniel Stern did Celtic Pride after that. He had his movie. He had his opus.
Was that the same year as Bushwhacked?
I think it was.
And maybe Rookie of the Year?
He Rookie of the Year,
I feel
that's
like
right.
he had a big year right around
He
like
did.
93, 94.
I gotta look this up now real quick because he did have a big year. He did the Home Alone thing.
He directed Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
Anyway, well, Josh is looking that up. Our final scores, Josh at -4.
Nope.
Jenny at 0. Jessica at 4. Zach at 5. Rachel at 6. But Marty dominated the first half of the game and then refused to play in the second half, taking home 16 points, making Marty the
Holy
winner.
shit. He had quite a run.
Marty, you literally there's 15 movies. Your last answer was on the 8th movie.
Listen, winning feels correct. I stand by the answers that I entered. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here with all of you.
I am happy
That
to be here
technique is
with
called
all
a
of you.
half legacy.
He had an insane run, Daniel Stern. From 89
Let's hear
to
this
about,
run before we go.
89 till about 96. It was started with Leviathan, then Little Monsters, Friends, Lovers, and Lunatics, Coupe de Ville, My Blue Heaven, Home Alone, City Slickers, Home Alone 2, Rookie of the Year, City Slickers 2, Bushwhacked, and Celtic Pride.
That's a streak of something.
They did very bad things.
There
Also,
was
why
a
did you-
5-year stretch in Hollywood where contractually you had to have either Daniel Stern or Chris Elliott in your film. You needed a gangly nerd or you could not have a movie. It was like having a health and safety person. You know, it was a weird time.
Daniel Stern was kind of the film version of Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott is so sad to hear that.
Because outside of Cabin Boy, I don't remember him.
Chris Elliott, you absolutely know who he is.
No, I know who he is. I don't think that he's upset to hear that.
No.
I think Chris Elliott is very happy to have any sort of fame.
Get a Life was such a great show.
Let's wrap this up. Thank you so much, everybody, not just for being on this game, but for being a part of this show now for over 3 years. This show, I said I'd stop doing it when people stopped wanting to do it, and I do think that I might be stopping before that, which is why the show might not actually be fully stopping. But if you want more information about that, or you want to be a part of the tournament finale of the show, where I'm just going to run through the rest of the movies I have, because it'd be ridiculous to find clues for almost 100 other movies and not do anything with them. If you want to be a part of that, go right now to nickmartucci.net/IMDb game and sign up for the tournament. Follow along with the show. You can go to Facebook and search Inappropriate Movie Database, or click the link in the description of this video. Twitter and Instagram @IMDb game. We will be back within the next couple of weeks, few weeks, as I start to plan out this tournament. if you want to keep up with it, go to those social medias, or better, subscribe to this channel and like this video and watch. There's like over 200 of these. That'll take care of a month for you. Watch those. Hit that bell. I've heard that the bell really makes you feel happy when you hit it. I don't know anything about YouTube. I've managed to do this show for 3 years and learn nothing about YouTube in that time. Anyway, this has been such a fun show.
Wow. Like, I think you learned smooth segues. That was really
my
slick.
brain
That was
just quit the
great.
show. Thank you for watching, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, buddy.
Adios.
So Daniel Stern was in a 9-episode sitcom called Danny that was created by the guy from 30 something